All right, so I don't know. Do you want to lead us off, or do you want me to?
Yeah, let me just get, like I said, warm up my podcast voice here. Hello, welcome to the show. It's me, Zach.
Hey, paisanos!
My name's Jeff.
What kind of nonsense is this?
Guess what?
It's showtime.
Who's responsible for this?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my underground lair.
This is the coolest thing I have ever seen.
I ought to beat your brains in. I think I will.
Hey, everybody! Welcome to What's Good, Baby.
Hey there.
Hi. My name is Charles, and this is my friend Zach.
Hey there, everybody. I'm Zach. And welcome.
Zach is kind of goofy, but you know what? That's fine. Anyway, how was your week, Zach?
Oh, it was fine. It was fine. It was hot. I worked most of my, I was tired. Like, work just wore my ass out, and the heat just zapped me. But, and then before we started recording the show, I was like, you know what, I'll go down to the gas station real quick. It's like a minute away, and like get me some drinks and come back. And God, dude, I don't know what it was about this day, but like this was just the day of meth heads at the gas station, just arguing and yelling at each other and whatnot. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, I went to the store earlier, kind of like we were talking about a little bit ago. I went to the store earlier to, just to get some drinks for the weekend. And went into the liquor store. Liquor store completely fine, like nobody there. Everything was nice and chill, can't complain. Come out of the liquor store, there's like a dude out there who, I guess he doesn't have his ID on him. Because, he was obviously a homeless guy, but obviously he was an older dude. But he asked me if I could, like, get him something because he didn't have his ID.
Right.
And it's like, to me, it's like, well, this guy's obviously, he's like in his 50s or 60s or something like that, for sure. So I was just like, yeah, sure, I'll go in there and get you something. And he tried to give me money to do it. And I was just like, no, man, like, it's fine. Like, I don't care to, just get you a drink. Like, hell, I know people would say, like, that's enabling. But at the same time, to me, it's one of those things where it's like, well, shit.
Yeah,
like,
but I mean, he's old enough to make his own decisions.
Yeah, it's like we've all got our vices. He was willing to pay me for it. Like, I just went ahead and bought it for him and let him know, like, nah, man, go ahead and like get yourself something to eat or something with that.
Yeah.
Like, shit, I don't care.
It's funny.
And,
I'm sorry.
But no, the last thing, basically, I went over to the store to get some stuff for mixers, some juice, and some heavy whipping cream for one of the recipes that I have here. And but the main store was so freaking busy today, like extremely. And it's like, yeah, it's Saturday, but man, I've never seen it this crazy. Luckily, one of the tellers over at the self-checkout saw that I only had 2 items, and she was like, hey, do you only have 2 items? I was like, yeah. She's like, you can come over here. I was like, oh, thank God. Because I'd been waiting in line for a while, but then she just kind of noticed me, and she was like, hey, yeah, you can come over here. I'll check you out. I was like, oh, okay, cool.
Okay.
Awesome. She probably got like some kind of message from management, like that told her like, hey, if there are people that only have like 2 or 3 items, just go ahead and ring them up and get them out of here, because like the lines are so long right now.
Right. Well, what was bad, like, whenever I was there, like, this woman was, like, taking forever getting everything checked out. Like, she was like, let me go through this card. Okay, that card's not working. Let me go through this card. Okay, that card's not working. Let me go through this card. And then she's like,
no.
I want all the fried chicken that you just cooked and put it in the bag. And so, like...
I will only eat the freshest of fried chicken.
Yeah, and so, like, she took all the chicken that they just prepped. Because, like, it's one of those gas stations where they have, like, food prepared for people who, need to stop quickly and get it. Yeah. And so she just, like, took all the chicken.
I will say that is definitely... Those are the people that bother me, is, like... Whenever I used to work at Kroger, we actually had that kind of thing, where a dude who owned a bar that was like right across the street called Frankenstein's.
That's a cool name for a bar.
Yeah, no, like it's not a bad name. Like they had live entertainment. Like the bar itself was fine, but it's kind of the owner. Like, don't get me wrong, I get that this is technically legal, but it's still, to me, it's a very like asshole thing to do. Is he would be in at the store first thing in the morning every morning, like just waiting there for them to like mark things down to like 99 cents a piece.
What
and he would buy,
ass.
and he would buy every single thing, bring them over to Frankenstein's, and sell them for $1 a pop. Like so you get like a pack of cookies, like that. We did like I think like 10, 20 cookies per pack depending. And he'd buy it for $1, bring it over there, and sell them for like 50 cents a piece. It's like, okay, you're making a profit. Like, I get what you're doing, and I get that it's not technically illegal, but it probably should be.
Yeah, I would
don't know.
say
I feel like that shouldn't be legal, just because of the fact that like we would have actual people that would come in the mornings trying to get that stuff, because they obviously don't have a lot of money. But, oh, guess what? Like, the guy who owns the store across the street fucking bought all of it.
Yeah, I mean, like, it didn't really annoy me. It was just more like, kind of like, come on, I'm in a hurry. I need to get back, make sure that, you're not on or whatever waiting for me. But the people that annoy me the most at gas stations are the ones that, like, they want to buy like 15 different lottery tickets.
Yeah, then they'll scratch them off while they're standing there.
Yes, they will stand at the counter and scratch them off, and then they'll be like, "Give me 5 more." And it's like,
and if they win any of them, they'll like hand it over and be like, "Yeah, just put that in." It's like, dude, you can stand off to the side and fucking scratch those off. You can walk outside, scratch them off, then come back in if any of them win.
It's like, do you mind standing to the side so scratching away your money so I can like just buy like a couple of drinks and be on my way, please? Like, geez. That is one of the worst
I mean, that's
things.
exactly what it is, though, yeah.
That is one of the worst things that's ever happened to gas stations, is the scratch-off tickets. Like, that is, to me, I find it a waste of money. Like, I know that they're making a shit ton of money off of suckers, but that's just such a waste of money and time.
The thing is, to me, I don't mind going to a gas station and getting, like, a lottery ticket every now and then.
Right.
Like I'll go and I'll say, okay, like I don't go to like, casinos or anything. I'll put like $5, like $10, like, just depending on how I'm feeling that day. It's like, okay, like here's my scratch ticket money for this month. Do I want 2 $5 tickets? Do I want 5 $2 tickets? Do I want 10 $1 tickets? There you go. It's like, all right, it's just $10. But guess what? I take them and I leave the store. I come home, I scratch them off, and then if I win any, next time I go to the store, I turn them in.
Well, that's because you're a decent human being. But, all right, we'll move on here. I got some updates for everybody real quick.
Let's get away from this. We're getting away from the concept that we're trying to build here. We don't want to stress people out.
So I actually have 4 updates today. Not 3, 4.
4 updates. That's too many.
That's a lot, I know. Website updates. I have officially done a 2021 redesign of the website. It still looks the same. It's the same old-looking, nostalgic site look that it has. It's just I've kind of modernized. What would you say I did? I kind of like changed some things around.
It looks modernly retro, is how I would put it.
Yeah, it's a lot more balanced now. Like, if you would go from, like, say, like, the home page to, like, comics or tunes, like, you would see, like, the page would be, like, not scaled correctly, so it would, like, jump back and forth between being, like, too tall or too small. And it just kind of, like, it was unbalanced. Like, the home page took forever to load because it was so crammed down with so many images and layers of stuff. So I was like, okay, I'm going to just completely delete all the original pages and start from scratch. And that's what I did. And I can, try to use as the least amount of images as possible and recreate the entire site in Photoshop, and then just added the new pages, redesigned, or, leveled them out to where they're all like the same size on each page. And I'm happy with the new looks. It's got more personality, in my opinion. But the problem with this new update is I completely destroyed the mobile version of the site that I just put together. I put that together last week, and then the redesign completely destroyed the entire mobile site because I deleted the original pages. So now I got to go back and recreate the mobile version of the site now. So it'll all be done probably within the next 2 weeks. I've got new lighting for my animation set and for my webcam. I got those ring lights that you can like mount on a tripod and mount your camera in the middle of them. And I also got a new lamp, an LED lamp for the animation set. So we're gonna try to get this Chroma King issue fixed soon and start releasing some animations.
Hell yeah.
The other thing is, I've been having Elgato issues, and those of you who don't know what an Elgato is, it's a game capture device. It's what I've been using for like the last, I don't know how many videos we have right now that we've recorded for the channel, but all the gameplay footage that I recorded was through the Elgato, and I've been having issues with it since the beginning. I started this whole channel, and so I was recording my latest Minecraft video, and I've re-recorded that like maybe 5 times. Like, the first time I tried recording, it didn't capture anything. Second time I recorded, it recorded only half the footage. Third time I recorded, it didn't record the last 5 seconds of the footage, or like 1 minute of the footage. So I pretty much had to do so many different recordings, and not only that, but it also like makes sometimes these horrible audio sounds. Like, the last recording I did, I just completely took out the gameplay audio because like you would hear this weird sound going in the background. And so, luckily, I found out, because I was reading up on Elgato's site, and they're like, it's not really designed for PC gameplay, it's more designed for console. I was like, well, fuck, I wish I knew that. But luckily, my graphics card has a built-in program that runs in the background that doesn't take up very much space at all, called Shadowplay. And I've been testing that out with a couple of recordings that we've been doing lately, and I gotta say, I'm really impressed with Shadowplay. It's pretty damn good quality. It's right up there with the Elgato, maybe a little bit better, and I haven't had a single issue with it yet. So we recorded our first Let's Play, me and Charles doing Phasmophobia, and I didn't get a single problem with the recording. I went back and watched the playback, and everything was perfect.
Yeah, luckily, I use Radeon, so it's got its own kind of software, but for the Radeon software, it's nice, because you'll see whenever we release that Phasmophobia gameplay that I'm working in VR, so it's a little bit different. It may be a little bit more jarring whenever you see me play versus whenever you see Zach. Also, I might be a little bit of a pussy, because when you're in VR, it's very you'll like kind of turn your head, like your actual head, and you'll see the freaking ghost right there, and you're like, oh no.
I can imagine it feels more real in VR.
It's a bit more scary because you hear all the noises and stuff. If there's one thing that Phasmophobia is good at, it's definitely the atmosphere. I would definitely say in the recording process, if you're in VR, you put on a brave face. But it's like, as soon as shit hits the fan, you're like, no. but thankfully, the Radeon software has its own recording. It pulls its own recording stuff also, and that includes VR gameplay. So I've been thinking here lately, just for those of you who may be interested or not, that I may do a long play of Boneworks.
Oh.
It would obviously have probably minimal editing. It would probably be like just straight up hour-long episodes, something kind of bigger that we can put on the channel that, like, for those that enjoy that kind of thing, they can go ahead and watch it. Like, obviously, Boneworks lends itself to a lot of, like, pretty good comedic situations, like funny fight scenes, like even some impressive fight scenes. I don't mean to, toot my own horn, but I think I'm pretty good with the guns in the game, so... We'll see about that. That's something that I do want to do, though. I feel like that could definitely be a bit of fun.
And that was kind of something I wanted to, like, in case my buddy Tori was listening, because he's trying to start up his own Let's Play channel, and he's been looking around for, like, stuff that he needs, and I don't know if he has NVIDIA. Most likely he has NVIDIA in his computer. It's a pretty recent machine, and I let him know, I was like, dude, you don't have to dish out, an extra $100 and something bucks for a game capture. You probably could just do it straight from your graphics card. So that's kind of like why I brought that up, is like, if anybody out there is like, oh, I need to get the Elgato or something, no, just see if your graphics card has a built-in program that will just record it for you. It's probably better and cheaper that way. Or you could just use, Streamlabs, one of the two.
Yeah, I would definitely say now it's really going to depend on how you want your compression to work, though, because Streamlabs, for the most part, whenever you record using Streamlabs, it'll usually have its own kind of compression. It'll have its own kind of like bit rate, this and that you can adjust. If you're going to use your built-in graphics card settings, this is a thing that I've learned. It will take up more hard drive space, but it'll be closer to the original format of the game that you're playing. So it kind of depends on what you're looking for. Like, honestly, I would say go for your entertainment over the quality, especially if you're just starting out, because the quality is going to be fine no matter what.
Right.
But if you don't have like 2 or 3 hard drives to put into it, Streamlabs may be a bit better, because Streamlabs has a different compression system. Like, if I was to record an hour on Streamlabs versus an hour on my Radeon software, the Radeon software is going to be like 13, 14 gigs. The Streamlabs is going to be like 7 or 8.
Right.
So, it's basically just if you plan on saving those videos after you upload them, how you're going to edit them, how long you expect to hang on to them, etc., etc.
Yeah, and with that, I would also recommend to anybody out there to get a external hard drive. Like, I've got a 4 terabyte external hard drive, and
and they're fairly cheap too.
Oh yeah, super cheap. So, and the last news I got here is, so the channel. Do you want to make this announcement, Charles, about the channel? What we did?
Oh no, please feel free. I gave some of my own personal insight into the channel changes, but I feel like it would be better for you to go ahead and explain them, just given the fact that you were the one who actually did the changes, like yourself.
Okay, so we've noticed we've been uploading a lot of gameplay footage on Obscured Cartoons, the channel. And we were sitting there talking about it with the Wired Rabbit, and we all kind of came to the conclusion that it would be best to make 2 channels. So the original Obscured Cartoons channel has turned into Obscured Gaming. It is his own official channel now, and that is nothing but Obscured Gaming related content with the podcast and a couple of other shows that we're going to do through that channel. Obscure Cartoons has a brand new channel. I've got all the links provided on the website, all the social media pages, everything. The only thing that's up there right now is the test animation I did, which is the beer bottle. And so far, we've already got 4 subscribers on the Obscure Cartoons channel. It's only been up for like less than a week. So I appreciate everybody who has moved over and subscribed to that channel. Just bear with me. We're going to be getting some more animations out there, not just the Clone-A-Phobe animations. I have other animations that I'm preparing to do for the channel as well. But that channel is going to be specifically dedicated to animations and anything Obscure Cartoons related, or certain little bits and stuff like TikTok Walk or whatever. It'll be dedicated to a specific niche, or is that the correct way to say it? No. Genre.
Yeah.
It'll be dedicated to a specific genre. But that's all the updates I really have. We 2 channels. Go subscribe.
Yeah, basically what we're kind of planning for the Obscured Gaming channel even is we've got some ideas for some other stuff. Like, I'm sure folks have seen like Zach's Breath of the Wild 2 theory video. One of the big things that I'm hoping to kind of get off the ground is a series myself. You'll kind of see it when it comes out, but it's going to be limited not only to games, but I want to also go into a little bit of movies, like some older movies that I like, or some older TV shows that may be based on video games. Obviously, we're going to try and keep into the movie vein. A lot of these things, though, have been talked about in their own way by countless reviewers, but we're hoping to put kind of an original spin on some of these reviewing things by going into detail, not just about like the movie itself, or the games, or the this or the that, but about the surrounding material, like how those things work, like why it's considered good, why it's considered bad, and kind of going over like the true essence of those things versus other similar things in the same genre or in the same vein. And we're hoping that it could be a little bit informative. Maybe it could give a new take to some people about movies and this and that, and kind of let you or games, let you see them in different ways. Like,
Yeah.
maybe you'll have a game that you hated before, and then you'll say, well, you know what, maybe I'll try to play it again. Then you'll play it, and you'll be like, oh, you know what, I kind of see what they're talking about. This isn't that bad. It still sucks, but it's not that bad.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what comes out of that.
Oh, same here. I've been kind of splitting my attention between a little bit of editing. We have a surprise in terms of some of the stuff that we've been doing, where we're going to try and make a quote-unquote collaboration.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be fair. That should be coming out fairly soon, hopefully. But I've been working on a script, and I've been working on, again, learning some editing. Obviously, Zach offered to do the editing for me, but I need to learn sometime, so...
Yeah, that's fine.
And plus, it's one of those things where I have an idea of how I want to do this particular edit. Maybe it'll come out shitty, and then whenever we get the subsequent episodes after that, where I do just let Zach go ahead and edit them, they'll look much better. But we'll see.
Well, it sounds like we had some good updates here. You ready to move on?
Yeah, I think we're good to go. Let's
right.
go ahead and move on to the next segment here.
All right.
What's this?
Hello. Hello, Mo. You better come right over. You're missing one of the biggest things in your life.
Fun? What do you call that fun? That was boring.
Okay, everybody, this is that segment where we call Things You Need to Know. Now, this is that segment where we like to throw out random or obscured facts that we find on Google, and we like to share them with you and maybe give our own little take on it.
Exactly. And today, sadly, I don't have a theme, Zach.
That's scary.
It's kind of bad, but I mean, these were just some things that I found that I thought were fairly interesting. So, I guess, do you want to start us off, or would you like for me to?
I'll let you start us off.
All right. So, the first thing that I found out, this is another body fact. The majority of your brain is fat. So, to me, it's one of those things where it's kind of interesting, but about roughly 60% of the human brain matter is fat. So it's like, it's just a big fatty tissue in your head. So I guess the solace we can take out of this is that everyone's fat, because you really are just kind of your brain in your skull. Like, yeah, you've got this big fleshy meat robot that you're piloting around, but really you're just up there in your skull. So really you can just tell everyone that they're fat.
Everyone's
and guess
a
what?
fathead.
You're not wrong. Everyone's a fathead.
I guess that explains why I'm so lazy all the time, because most of my brain's made of fat.
Oh, that is actually something that I can tell you. Just being that I was in psychology, or that I have, I've got a master's in psychology, but your brain is extremely lazy. That is another thing for anyone who's looking to make progress on something. Don't rely on saying to yourself, I can always pick it up later, because your brain is going to be like, nah, we don't need to do that.
Yeah, I feel like my brain does that all the time. I'll sit there and get really excited about one thing, and then my brain's like, let's just chill today. Like, I'm exhausted, man.
Can we just play video games?
Yeah, can we just play a little bit of the new character came out in Gunfire Reborn. Let's play that.
Yeah, oh yeah, no, speaking of that, that's actually incredibly fun. I really like that character.
I do too. Like, that's a really cool character.
Yeah,
but,
she's the first female character in it, but they made her extremely fun to play.
Yeah,
sure.
she's a pretty balanced out character, I'm not gonna lie. Anyways, okay, so my first fact is the first person to be charged with a speeding ticket was Walter Arnold on the English village of Paddock Wood, Kent, on January 28th, 1896. Arnold was spotted going 4 times the speed limit in the 19th century Benz, but since the speed limit at the time was just 2 miles per hour, that meant that he was not going too fast by today's standards.
Oh my goodness. Just 2 miles an hour? What's even the point of having a vehicle?
That's so funny. Like, sir, you were going 3 miles per hour. Do you realize that you could have caused a huge accident? And you
Sir,
could have
you were going 5 miles an hour. What were you thinking?
You could have caused a huge, serious incident on this gravel road.
So, was it in a vehicle, like a car, or was it like horse and buggy?
I don't know. It says 19th century, so I'm thinking like
I mean, they had cars at that time, but that's the whole
Yeah.
thing to me, is that it's like, I don't think you could kill, like, somebody would be out walking you if you were going 2 miles an hour. What's the point besides, like, oh, I've got, like, a bunch of, like, boxes or something I need to transport, like, so here we go, like, this is an easier way to transport them, like, what's even the point?
Wait, it says limited in his 19th century Benz. Is Benz a vehicle?
Is it BENZ?
Yes.
Let's see. Benz vehicle. I mean, it's obviously, like, you get Mercedes-Benz nowadays. I would not have known that Mercedes-Benz has been around since the 19th century.
Yeah, type in 19th century Benz.
Let's see. What do we have here? Oh, yep. It's like yeah, no, they definitely had them back then, but it's freaking hilarious because it's like a 3-wheeler with like a crap, like what you would consider nowadays like a shitty little like kind of wireframe chair on top, and then like what looks like it's a piece of like a deck.
Oh, I see it.
I can see how that thing would only go like 5 miles an hour tops.
It looks like a park bench, like a tricycle park bench is what it looks like.
Yeah, to me, the thing is that it's like, I think maybe the speed limit's there so that way you don't break your car.
That's really funny.
Because like on old like brick roads, I don't think that thing would be able to go very fast.
That's my first fact for everybody there.
You'd rattle your skull around if you went too fast in that thing.
You don't want too much G-force.
Like all the fat in your brain would become liquefied. All right, so my next thing, this was fairly interesting. I heard about this at some point a while back, but I forgot. So, oranges. Orange trees, orange fruits are not naturally occurring. These were actually man-made, and they are a hybrid of tangerines and pomelos.
They make delicious mutants.
Yeah, they were originally green before they became orange. They're a subtropical fruit, but now they exist almost everywhere. And that's where they became orange, was because their chlorophyll was lost over time because they weren't getting as much, they didn't need as much green in order to, like, grow. So rather than putting chlorophyll in the fruits as well, they start out green and then they turn orange as they get bigger.
Yeah.
But that does bring the question up, though, like, were they called oranges originally? Or did they just become known as oranges over time?
Well, okay, so what I've heard, and this is kind of like going back to the episode 1 when I made the golden apple joke. And this is what I heard in school. I don't know if this is true or not, but what they would say golden apples were in Greek mythology were oranges, but they called them golden apples. So I'm not sure if that's true or not. I really don't know how much fact is behind that. But if that's the case,
again, though, this is like once you start getting people that are like propagating different types of fruits. Like, heck, this could have went all the way back then if you had people that were growing tangerines and pomelos. Just because you're gonna have crossbreeding from bees and stuff, and they're both citrusy fruits, so I could see like that they could probably mingle, and then you get some seed that grows what are known as oranges, I guess.
Do you like oranges?
I like oranges. I will say I'm definitely one of those that, like, if I'm having juice, orange juice is great. If I'm eating them, I kind of have to be in a mood because I don't really like feeling like I'm swallowing a chewed up condom.
I don't.
But, like, I don't know, like, I feel like tangerines or tangelos I can eat okay. And those are fine for me to have with, you know, like, I can chew them up and swallow them and everything. But, like, oranges are a little bit too big for that for me.
I don't like regular oranges because, like, for one, they're hard to peel, and they're always like, I don't know, they always look like they're rotten. I love the cutie oranges. Like, they're sweet, they're juicy, and they're easy to peel.
Just use the thumb method, dude. Come on, oranges aren't that bad.
Well, you know.
Or you can always just do like kind of what I do with them is you just kind of cut them in half and you have a little juicer. You just sort of juice them.
Yeah. Well, that was interesting to learn.
It's freaky.
So here's my next fact.
Okay, lay it on me.
Copper and its alloys, such as brass, have long been popular materials for manufacturing doorknobs. It turns out this may not just be because metal's hue makes it look nice. In fact, the material has been found to kill bacteria.
Oh yeah, I've actually heard about that before. Like that brass is like self sterilizing over time. It's really strange.
I believe that though.
Oh yeah, same here. Like that's why you get like that weird like coppery brassy smell if you're like touching things that are made of copper too much.
Yeah.
Because I feel almost like it's like that's what kills the bacteria is just that there's I don't know, like it has its own kind of thing that it puts off. It's weird.
That may also be a reason as to why they use brass wind instruments more than anything, is to help out with bacteria.
That partially true, but you have different mouthpieces on a lot of different wind instruments, though.
Yeah, but I mean, like, if you ever look at like an actual wind instrument that's been used, those are disgusting.
Oh yeah, man! Like you can't like the thing is that you get the spit in them, and then you also have like the elements, and you're carrying it around, and like the big problem is people don't oil them. Like you need to like get a little oil kit. By the way, this is some good information for anyone out there who plays a wind instrument that's like a brass instrument. Is when you're not playing it, like just get like a little tiny thing of like oil. Like you can use any kind of oil. They make specific oil for your instruments though. But put it on like a tiny piece of cloth and just kind of wipe down your whole instrument every now and then, because just like with a gun, you need to make sure to keep it clean or else you get like a buildup of oil from your fingers and stuff on there. And that's not the right kind of oil that's going to help it out. Like it actually is going to wipe off the natural oils. And that's where you start to see like a lot of the spotting and the rusting that can come up on those instruments.
Gotcha.
So it's one of those deals where it's, you know, just be sure to like throw some drops of oil in here and there. Even when you're not playing it, it's not a bad idea to like say put some oil in your valves, put some oil in the mouthpiece even, then just like kind of blow it through the whole thing.
Yeah.
Because a lot of spit builds up in those, and that's one of the most disgusting things about wind instruments.
Yeah, they are disgusting. Well, that's all I got for that fact.
All right, awesome. So this last one is just, it's hilarious to me. I think it's very funny. Amelia Earhart and Eleanor Roosevelt once went on a joyride. In 1933, Eleanor Roosevelt and Amelia Earhart ditched a dinner party in Washington, D.C., hopped into an Eastern Air Transport Curtiss Condor, and took a quick trip to Baltimore and back. According to the Baltimore Sun, Earhart was wearing a white silk gown and piloted the plane for most of the flight. So she just let Eleanor Roosevelt pilot the plane some too.
Wow.
God, imagine that kind of shit happening nowadays. Like the first lady just goes with like some random pilot and they just ditch like a party. And they're like not seen for a few hours. Then they come back. They're like, we jumped a plane. We went, we just flew somewhere. Whatever.
Let's go shopping.
To me, that is so like, I wish that was a thing that you saw happen nowadays with like famous people. Like they would just leave a party and like go for a fucking flight.
I think we need something like that in these times.
Oh, I don't know. To me, that definitely just says to me that like both of them were obviously bored, and Eleanor Roosevelt or like Amelia Earhart probably said something about like, yeah, I'd rather like fly over to Baltimore and like grab some drinks or something, and then Eleanor Roosevelt was just like, oh well, let's do that.
I wish we could do that these days. That'd be great.
That is one thing that I've always thought about is like getting a pilot's license just because, but I'm like, I wouldn't have a plane. I wouldn't know what the hell to do with it. But funnily enough, one of my ex-girlfriends does have a pilot's license for a single engine aircraft. And I've actually thought before, I'm like, would they allow you to like go to like that training place, like fly somebody around? I've honestly thought about asking her that question, but she's so busy nowadays. It's one of those things where it's like, yeah, it probably wouldn't happen.
Yeah, probably not. Well, my last fact here is multiple skeletons were found in the basement of Benjamin Franklin's London home. The bones were discovered during 1998 renovation of the house and were identified as being from nearly a dozen people, including 6 children. The most plausible explanation is not mass murder, but an anatomy school run by Franklin's young friend. His name was William Hewson, and he wrote The Guardian. But yeah, they found all these skeletons and like underneath Benjamin Franklin's home. Like, oh, this can't be mass murder. This has to be, for an anatomy school.
Well, I mean that makes sense. I mean, it's one of those things where
still.
Well, yeah, but if there was never like this many people have been going missing and they went missing around that time, was Benjamin Franklin a mass murderer? I think that would make sense to me, because Benjamin Franklin, he flew that thing with got himself electrocuted. It probably scrambled the fat in his brain, and then he was just yeah, it's fine, just put him down in the basement, who cares?
Oh, I saw that and I was like, that's pretty interesting.
That is very interesting. That's a weird one.
That is a weird one. All right, everybody. Well, that's all the things that you need to know. Let's move on.
Good news, everyone.
It's called fake news.
News team, assemble!
And that's the way the news goes.
I need to know what we're moving on to, and so do you folks out there. We're moving on to the news you can't use. Most of this is very irreverent. It probably isn't going to have much to do with anything in your daily life. Maybe it will. We don't know. Just depending on where you're from. Zach, would you like to lead us off here?
Yeah, sure. Watch me murder this news story while reading it out loud. Woman left spooked after spotting a ghost during a virtual flat viewing. A TikTok user has gone viral after uploading footage of her spooky virtual tour of a flat and left her with chills. But all was not as it seemed. Sarah was looking around the potential new apartment in New York on a virtual tour when she spotted a ghost on the bed before it mysteriously vanished before her eyes. Using a real estate app called Street Easy, Sarah carefully looks around and basically she just noticed the ghost just laying on the bed, and then she turned around, it was gone.
Oh, yeah, that is actually one of those things that's kind of interesting that websites do nowadays, where it's they just have cameras in the home. So you can just kind of look through it. That is... that's freaky.
So, I mean, at least now, the ghost, if you were ever checking out a virtual flat, you can be you don't even have to sit there and you'd be okay, yeah, there's a ghost here. I'm obviously not going to go here. Bye.
Well, no, that just means you have roommates, so you can demand that they have to pay their fair share. Then the ghost will leave.
You know where to set your ground rules when you walk in that flat. You're all right, listen. If anybody's gonna stay here, you need to pay rent.
If you're gonna cuddle me, you need to ask first.
Yeah. I'm not going to wake up to being spooned by some ghost without my permission first.
If you're going to try and kill me, no, I pay the rent in this house.
If you're going to try to kill me, do it on a day that I feel the most low.
$20 on the kitchen counter every other Friday, and then you're allowed to stay.
The only hauntings I'll accept is free haircuts.
I don't know if I'd let a ghost cut my hair.
I mean, if it gives me a good haircut, then yeah, I'll let it.
I mean, who knows what era they're from? They'll probably cut it in a weird, kind of that bowl cut shape that you see in the old times.
What if it cuts your hair and takes $20 out of your wallet, and that's how it does it? It cuts your hair, it takes $20.
You're dude, you can't even spend that. Where are you gonna go? Oh man,
that's my news story.
You know what? I guess it would be unfair then to ask the ghost to pay rent. I'd be can you do you know how to make, homemade wine or something like that? Maybe you can do that. I'll sell it and then that'll be your rent. I don't know.
Does your ghost powers mean that you can look into the future or something? Because I need to know what I need to look out for.
Yeah, I don't know, I feel like having a ghost roommate, as long as it wasn't trying to kill you, wouldn't be that bad, but, I mean, you'd be afraid to masturbate.
I wouldn't. I would sit there and put on a show for that ghost.
stand on one hand and do it.
Yeah. Can you do this? I think not, because you're dead.
Oh, dude, that would just piss it off. Then it'd want to kill you.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, you don't want to piss it off.
Okay. Oh boy. So mine is actually from here in Florida. In Spring Hill, Florida, a 7-foot alligator was found inside a Florida post office.
What?
Sheriff officials say someone stopped by the post office at about 3:30 a.m. Wednesday to drop off a package and saw a 7-foot gator roaming around in the lobby. The building has an automatic double doors that allows off-hours entry. So it's one of those, like, basically it's one of those post offices. Like, we had one of these where I used to live in Ohio, too. That you can go in after hours, but it's like you have this little area in the front that's usually a P.O. box area / it's got like all of your shipping materials, it's got like pens, this and that, anything that you need like to send a letter, to send a package. And then they've got a little drop box next to that, or in that same room, that you can put something in to be mailed out the next day.
Right.
Well, apparently the alligator walked up to the automatic double doors. They opened up for it. It went inside. And who knows why it didn't leave. But they said the Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission considers an alligator a nuisance animal if it is 4 feet or longer and is then deemed a threat to people, pets, or property. And funnily enough, Florida actually has an alligator hotline for just those types of situations. I won't read the number off because who probably cares. But if you're in Florida and you need, an alligator removed, then you can look at the news link and feel free to call that number.
Yeah, call the professionals.
I kind of feel like I would like being an alligator removal specialist. I feel like that'd be a fun job.
That'd be the one thing I don't want to do.
Oh, come on, man. You're an exterminator right now. This isn't any different. It's just bigger.
Excuse me. I deal with bugs,
just
not alligators.
Just think of it like a giant bug.
Yeah, that can tear me in half.
No, just like, in pieces.
No.
Listen, alligators and crocodiles are just like any other kind of reptile. The best way to handle them is that you
not
show
getting
them
near them.
No, you show them initially that you're not a threat, and then you have someone else jump on it from behind and secure its mouth shut.
Yeah, I'm still not gonna do it.
Ah, that's you.
It is me. Alright, well, I guess we should move on to our last segment.
And what segment is that?
We're gonna have a special guest on.
Really?
Yeah.
Hey, dude.
Want to talk? I'd love to talk. I'm not talking this damn thing over saw.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the guest segment. This is the part of the show where we have one special guest, and I do mean special today. It's Alex.
Hey, Alex.
I'm trying to say that I'm slow.
No, I'm trying to say you're special to me. What the fuck is your problem?
Well, I mean, the other day you were calling me stupid, so...
I mean, we're all stupid, though.
How dare you?
But yeah,
dude.
slow.
See, now nobody's gonna want to join the show because we're gonna sit there and make fun of them. They were gonna worry about that.
No, you only make fun of me because, I'm a good friend, and good
Nah,
friends...
if anything, they're gonna want to. If anything, they're gonna want to join more.
Alex, how have you been, buddy? I've been good. Just getting settled in at the new place.
Yeah, how about you tell us about the move, dude?
Yeah.
It sucks. No, it was like any other move. You just go to a new place and wait for your shit to get there.
No, but you went from Florida all the way up to New Hampshire.
Yeah.
How was that? How was the drive? Did you do anything interesting?
No.
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 Drive
Shut
was
up.
okay. It's just a long ass drive. Maybe like in terms of stopping, like if you give like I want to say like 2 full days of like the 8 hours of driving.
Mm-hmm. Did you stop at a hotel on the way, or did you just kind of power through the whole thing?
Oh no, we stopped. 'Cause I had my mom with me.
Yeah, I know we've talked a little bit about me possibly moving up there. I've thought about making it into a road trip when the time comes. Like, just go ahead and use the opportunity. Just, like, visit a whole bunch of people that I otherwise probably would never see.
Yeah, by all means, do that.
See some of the states, see some places. I feel like that'd be a fun thing to do.
Yeah, you get one thing from each state.
Get one little bauble from each state and bring it back and be like, yeah, I stopped at a gas station for this one.
It'll be interesting when you come to visit me. Hopefully, by the time you do come visit me, I'll have a new place and a lot more room for you.
I'll beat your ass.
Please do.
I'm just kidding, but it will be a little bit longer because I've got a niece and nephew. They're going to be visiting here fairly soon. Like, I think 25th of next week. And they're going to be staying for like 2 weeks. And I want to be down here to see them just so that they don't feel like, they're like their uncle left right before they came down to visit.
You're not important. I'm leaving.
He didn't want to see us.
Because it's like I don't want them to feel that way, like, because that's definitely not the thing. And it's like, well, I don't really have anything that's urging me to move right now, so I might as well go ahead and wait until they come down and visit and leave, and then go.
Right.
Yeah, and plus things were going slow with the renos, so house isn't completely done. So
yeah, you got
my
plenty
areas
of
are
time.
done though.
Yeah,
My areas are done, so we got flooring, and I finally.
It'll take me like a month to move because I'm going to spend like a week at everyone's place.
Hey, they'll give him plenty of time.
Mm-hmm.
That is a big spider.
Be like in August, and then I'll just show up. I'll knock on the door and say, "Hey, Alex, I'm here." You'll be like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, I contracted a disease from every state that I visit.
I would just close the door at that point. Call animal control and say,
Call animal control.
I became a bug chaser while I was on my trip. I've contracted every disease known to man. Give me a hug.
Alex will be like, "Well, what bug did you get from Zach?" You don't want to know. It's the most contagious one.
A hairy one.
A hairy one. Yeah, that I can't wait to see you. Hopefully, whenever you do your little travel thing, like I'll be able to travel as well because I want to at least go visit Robert in Texas and
I could definitely let you know when I'm going to start going. I can't guarantee like, oh yeah, I'll be there this day or anything.
I know I'll know something for sure that if I'll be able to start traveling sometime this August.
Yeah.
Yes.
But so you've been moving. I know you say you don't really have a whole lot of interesting stories, but anything bad happen?
Why do you want to know?
I think it's because of where you talked about your computer situation there a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Like, what kind of dirt you trying to get on me now, huh?
Don't you know that
extort me?
Don't you know that drama sells?
No, it's just my computer got a little banged up. The front faceplate where it connects to like the whole tower can come off, and like one of the things broke off during the move, and it also looks like my graphics card, since it kind of like hangs against like the motherboard and all that, it looks like it's hanging just a tad bit lower than it should be. So I don't know if that is gonna affect anything or whatnot.
Hopefully not.
I mean, if it does, we have the insurance cover. We have the insurance for it, so.
Yeah, but this would be a terrible time to try to get a new graphics card.
Well, yeah, especially during shortage. Yeah.
Yeah, that is definitely one of those things that it's like, I think everyone can agree that it's like the fucking scammers and scalpers need to just go, just go
Well,
die.
it's not only that. I learned that a lot of the people who do Bitcoin mining, they're the they're the ones buying them all up because
Oh yeah.
they need to stop.
Yeah, like I kind of want to update my graphics card here soon, guys. Like at least let me get a graphics card. Damn, like go find something else now to scalp, please.
Why?
Yeah,
I
that's
think what it
well,
is,
and then the problem is that you get some of those people that they'll wear the graphics card out so that it's not worth a shit, and then they'll resell it on eBay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, see, that's why. What is it? What do I have?
If you're one of those
MSI.
people,
I have
stop
a-
doing that.
Yeah, you're a terrible human
I
being.
know.
But you don't have to be. You can just stop.
Yeah.
Get some help.
Yeah.
Get some help.
But no, I know Nvidia is actually coming. They said something about coming out with a special graphics card just for Bitcoin mining. So they're trying to alleviate the problem.
I don't think it will.
No,
I think
you'll-
that they'll just start scalping that now too, and then they're like, okay, now we got more to scalp.
Well, you'll have people that are going to buy that one specifically as like their main drive, and then they're still going to buy a bunch more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fun. Haha.
Sorry, I'm replying to Colin real quick.
But yeah, definitely it'll be interesting once kind of some more things get rolling. Like it's like I said, is I definitely plan on whenever I ship out, like I definitely plan on making like a trip out of it because I've never been on like an actual road trip. Like I've driven long distances, don't get me wrong, but I've never been on like, and okay, I'm gonna go to this person's place. If they don't have room for me, I'll go get a hotel for like a week.
Yeah.
Well, be careful with that because hotels I
think it depends. Some hotels are more expensive if you are only there like a day or two, but if like you do a weekly rate, then usually they'll cut the price a little bit.
Sometimes it depends on what day you get in on because I know hotel rooms are more expensive on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday than they are the rest of the week.
Well, that's why I'm hoping that people will have a place for me to stay. Like I know already, like Robert said that he's got room. Suck Wispy, I'll just sleep under his bed and like whisper to him at night, so that'd be fine.
You won't be able to sleep under my bed. I have no underbed.
I'll make room under your bed and then I'll whisper to you.
You can sleep with me. We can
I'll
spoon.
I'll sleep in your bed and I'll whisper things to you at night.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say, if you sleep under his bed, you'll just have a Charles-sized bump in your bed.
I want
Yeah,
you to
exactly.
I want you to sleep with me so you can whisper sweet little nothings in my ear.
I've got a couple other folks who I've looked into possibly visiting that again they've told me they have room for me like to just stay. They're like, "Oh, well if you don't mind sleeping on the couch." And I'm like, "Every place I go ever, I'm sleeping on the couch." That is completely fine by me.
I mean,
Hey, you have a bed here.
I've got a
I
couch.
have two different things. I have sleeping on a couch or sleeping in my bed. That's it.
Like if you
Or
come
that
visit
one time you slept on a table.
I
Sorry,
I-
but
I have slept on the floor too, though. Yeah.
was gonna say if you come over here and I'm still at the place that I'm at now, we at least have a couch, or I could take the couch and you can have my bed, or we've got a spare mattress that we can put sheets on for you and that you can sleep on. One of the three options.
More than likely, I'll be bringing an inflatable with me
Yeah,
because I'm into that. No, wait, hang on, no.
wait, wrong one.
More than
Oh,
likely, I'll be
you know
bringing an
what?
inflatable mattress with me, so
You know what,
it
Charles?
should be fine anywhere I
we
go.
we have a treehouse in the backyard. You can sleep up there.
Do you have bug netting on the treehouse?
No, but I can put it on there. Before
Then I'm
you get
not
here.
staying. Then I'm not staying there.
Look, dude, you're talking to a pest technician. I can spray that bitch down.
Yeah,
Well, I'm
and
not
then
a
there'll
glove
still be
problem.
bugs.
Come over to
you know?
New Hampshire and spray for me.
There'll still be bugs that
Yeah.
smell my delicious succulent scent.
I only go to New Hampshire for this one customer.
Yeah.
It's worth it, trust me, guys.
Every 6 months, I just go.
I only go up there for one guy.
Yeah, he's a loyal customer. It's worth it, guys. It's worth the trip.
He pays me $35 exactly every time.
Which I know is less than what we normally make, but still.
He also lets me stay at his house for like a week, so that's fine.
Yeah, we play games together. It's fine. I like it.
Honestly, I feel like it'll be. Oh yeah, there's a couple things I need to talk to you off recording, Alex, about things.
Oh.
Yeah,
That's gonna be fun.
it's going to be about the living situation. That's it.
Oh.
Listen, don't get your hopes up, everybody, but you don't have to let your hopes down either. You know me; I'm pretty open about things.
Alex, I have some good news. Here soon, I'll be giving you some test drawings that I made for your character that you wanted.
Yeah, nice. Good.
Yeah, I've been sitting here.
Talk about that.
Yeah, I've been sitting here thinking about the cloak design and everything, and that's what's been holding me up. Like I have a.
And then he completely threw out the cloak design. He made something completely original.
Well,
I mean, hey, if it looks good, I don't care.
And I've been debating back and forth with the design. Like, should I give him teeth? Should I not give him teeth? Like, because the teeth could help with if he had a huge grin or whatever. But I'll send both versions and see what you think.
Make him all teeth.
It's just one big mouth. That's all it is.
No, just make me Dr. Wongburger.
Yes, you mentioned that, Dr. Wongburger.
You just sound like Carl.
You saying that I don't know Dick? I have a master's degree in technology.
Technology.
That's what he said.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've got the master's degree in that too. So.
Mr. Wongburger was one of my favorite villains because he just kept showing up as different things.
Teeth. Dick.
He was, yeah, well, exactly. He was a dick. He was this. He was that.
So I guess before we head out, should we nerd out?
Nerd out. I get it.
Wait, what?
Nerd out about what, my good friend? What idea did you have?
Well, I figured either we could talk about the new Phasmophobia map and updates, or we could talk about the new Gunfire Reborn update, since that's pretty much our game.
Like, I hate it, though, because we haven't gotten the new Phasmophobia map available yet. Like, we keep going in, it's just not there.
Yeah. You should have seen this one round. We were doing a recording of Phasmophobia, and the first round we did was complete shit.
Yeah, no, the ghost wasn't showing up, wasn't giving us any indication of anything, wasn't letting us know where it was.
Yeah, and then like for some reason I couldn't hear Charles anymore. So like the whole time we were there, we're like, dude, this is a shit map. Like I don't think there's any ghost here. I think we got just a regular house.
No, the ghost came out a couple times and was fucking with us, but he wasn't giving us any indication of where they were.
Yeah, he was just doing like the normal, like I'm picking up a plate, throwing it around.
Yeah.
Well, we found like some lower temperatures, but they weren't enough to like let us know anything. It's just like, okay, so he's not freezing temperatures, I guess. And then we walked around a little bit and we couldn't find anything. And then we walked around some more, couldn't find anything.
We spent most of the time hiding in the bathroom. Yeah,
but you know what? That wasn't so bad. Like you couldn't hear me, but I was playing with the teddy bears, so I was.
I saw you
hiding or hiding.
A little both. I mean, we got scared. Emotions ran really high.
We had an easier time on the prison map than we did on the stupid farmhouse map.
Yeah, we really did.
Because the farmhouse, the ghost wasn't giving us any kind of indications. It wasn't giving us like any readings. It wasn't giving us any voices. Wasn't giving us any temperatures. We didn't see any ghost orbs in the area we thought it was in. So it was just like, okay, well, I guess I guess we're done here.
Yeah, we were like, you want to start over? And he's like, yeah. And so we had better luck with the prison map, and we actually got it right and was able to head out without dying. It was
Oh yeah, the prison map was
strange.
nice. Like, I will say I liked the prison map that we played on, because we walked around, we like kind of talked a little bit, then we found where the ghost was, which was like right at the front entrance, because I guess it moved its location, because it wasn't there before. But it gave us freezing temperatures. As soon as we found it, it went far. And then I threw down the voice box. I was like, okay, it told us to get far away from here. Then I tried to leave. It slammed the door in my face. I went, oh God, because it walked out of the door right next to me. I ran into a room and slammed the door, and it left me alone.
it like showed up right behind me too, and Charles was like, Zach, it's right behind you.
Well,
Hey,
the
maybe
funny
we'll have
thing
luck
is,
then I'm back.
we were trying to do a bit, and like the thing is, it did that, and I just completely dropped character. It was like, oh.
Yeah, we were trying to like make it seem like we were looking for like a new like obscured cartoons like headquarters. And
Okay.
The fucking ghost just made me drop the bit immediately.
we
Were
went
you
to
in
like
VR?
Yes,
Yeah.
I was.
Okay, I can see why now.
Because I like started to walk and I was like, oh, like da da da. Then it did that. It slammed the front door as I tried to walk out. I went, oh God.
it was hilarious.
I just
But,
hid as quickly as possible.
Anyways,
It was fun though. I did enjoy it.
it was fun. Well, I guess that kind of wraps things up, really. Unless you guys want to talk about the new Gunfire Reborn updates real quick.
Well, I don't know anything about it. I've yet to play it.
Oh, well, then we'll
We haven't gotten into any of the new content in Phasmophobia, but Gunfire, yeah, we'll definitely be playing some more of that on and off camera, because the update they just put out is loads of fun. I love the character.
Oh, that's good.
It is a lot of fun. Like, she is way more balanced, in my opinion, than other characters. The only problem with her at the moment is, and it's not really a big issue because she's like super strong.
It takes
But-
damage really easily, it seems like.
Yeah, she's got really low health, but what kind of
Another
balances
glass
that up?
cannon character, maybe.
Well, it's
Yeah.
kind of it's partially because of the fact that, like, she's very powerful in her own right if you get the correct, like, and the thing is, all of her Golden Goblet upgrades, they're all pretty damn good.
Oh yeah,
But it's just the fact that, like, she takes damage, like, you're going to be taking damage if you play her the way that they're expecting you to play her.
Gotcha.
So it's like, to maximize her damage, you're basically glass cannoning everything.
Yeah.
All right, Alex.
But yeah.
Well, we thank you for joining the show, and we're glad to have you back. Glad that we're gonna be seeing you around some more.
Hell yeah, brother.
Or I'm gonna be here 24/7. Then you're gonna hate me and want me to leave.
Well, then you better do it.
No.
Well, if you're going to do that, then at least do a 24-hour live stream on YouTube for us.
Oh,
No,
Jesus Christ.
better yet, like make like a bunch of fake accounts on the Discord and just start live streaming on every single voice chat channel. So
Oh,
no,
Lord,
so like
no.
any voice chat channel that we go in, it's like, oh, fuck, Alex, damn it.
Yeah, I'm there. Oh,
He's still here. God damn it.
Like we try to go in to record the show, and Alex is like streaming something, and we're like, oh, fuck, Alex.
He's streaming 3 different things on 3 different things, but they're all live. So we're just like, what the hell?
He even like hops into our own like actual like stream chats that we have dedicated to us, and he's like, we're just like, Alex, no, this isn't your channel. Oops. Oh well.
if I had that many monitors and a PC able to do that, good lord.
I'd love it.
That
I think
would be
the
funny.
funnest thing ever.
I think that
Yeah, I mean,
I
it
honest-
would be awesome, but Jesus.
All right, well, we'll see you next time, Alex, and we'll see you all next time on What's Good, Baby.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hey, thanks for listening to the show. What's Good Baby can be heard on Anchor FM, iTunes, Spotify, YouTube, and at our website at obscuredcartoons.com. Become a member on our Discord and join the fun and stay in touch with our community. Join the show as a special guest through the Discord and be heard. All links are provided in the description down below and on our website. Until next time, what's good, baby?